I'll tell you, I'm going to be vacationing this summer, and so I'm not going to be doing my videos for just a short while. And I thought of a few tips and tricks that I'd like to share with you before I go. So let's take a look. The first thing is this Stay Wet palette. It's by Masterson's, and these come in the really big ones, almost, you know, like this size with a red and a blue cover. They're fantastic for acrylics or oils. If you're painting with oil, when you're ready to put your stuff away and you still have leftover oil paint, just stick it in the freezer. Put it in your Stay Wet palette, close the lid up really tight, and then just stick it in the freezer, and your oil will stay good for quite a while, a matter of days or maybe even weeks, depending on how big the piles are. And this is for acrylics. Now this is what this is a piece of paper toweling on the very bottom, and then on top of that I have a piece of glass. This is shatterproof glass, and then I have paper towels that are folded. I have one here. Well, I guess I don't. Yeah, here it is. Just little strips of paper toweling, and I just fold it and then I wet it with water, and then I lay it down. On top of that, I lay my paints out, whatever colors I want, and then I have this area for my mixing, and this works really fabulous. So that's one way, and these Stay Wet palettes, they'll keep your paints wet for weeks. If it gets a little moldy, just take the top of that mold off and you're still good to go. So that's one handy thing. Well, I am so fortunate to have a husband that just loves woodworking, and not only does he love it, he's really, really good at it. So he made this box for me. This holds my large tubes of Bob Ross paint, and I take this everywhere. But you guys, if you're handy with wood, you could make something easily, a box that would hold paints like this, and this is just so handy. Husband just uses the scrap wood that he has in the garage, and he makes some fantastic stuff. It works out really great. This is a small one. This is for acrylic paint, and for this particular brand, it's Liquitex. So I have these Liquitex ones, and they just fit right in the slot here, and there again, it'll keep everything organized. Let me show you something else. I told husband, honey, I have more paints than I have holes for my little holder, so could you do something about that? So he came up with a bigger one. This one, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. This one holds 18 tubes of paint. So there's another idea. Now, I didn't put all the tubes of paint in this one, but as you can see, this is for the smaller tubes of paint. You can make these little gadgets, oh gosh, you can make them for any size paint you have. Just drill a hole through a block of wood, and that's how easy it is. This one is for oil paints. This is Bob Ross Floral. I keep these all organized. I have one for wildlife, which is a different set of colors. Then I showed you my acrylic one. And oh yeah, what else? I was at a paint class recently, and I was having trouble with my brushes rolling when they've got paint on them and all that. So this fellow, handy as he was, he gave me this little gadget, and I thought, well, that's really neat. So you just and you get this at the, like Home Depot, I think. Yeah, Home Depot. Anyway, it's just a little block of wood, and it's got holes on both sides. This is small, not holes, but little grooves, and this one's small. The other side is larger. So you can just set this beside your painting area, and then you can put your brushes in there. That worked out great. So I came back home, honey, I need something more. So anyway, he invented this for me, which I thought was ingenious. It's just a block of wood, and it sets right behind where I paint. And as I paint, I can put my brushes right on here, and I've got 12 spaces. He did make it bigger actually, and I says, oh honey, make it a little smaller, it takes up too much room. So anyway, isn't this handy? And then he made it at a slight slant, because you know, you always leave your brushes slanted down so that the paint or water does not dry in them. And so yeah, this works out really, really good. I don't know what you'd call it. It's just a paint holder. And then also, I have gotten into miniature painting lately. I absolutely love miniature painting. And bet you can't guess what this is. This is so cool. I have different kinds of canvases, and so the brand name, I put the brand name on whatever size. I've got actually 2 of them here, and one is Masterpiece, and the other was Winsor Newton. And this is so cool. Sorry, I had to go get a painting so you could actually visualize this. But what you do is you just, oh, I've got this one labeled already. Okay, no problem. You set this and you just put that on top there, and then you can hold it to paint. That works really good. Or I can just set it in a tall jar and it'll just sit there and dry. That works really good. So anyway, there's another idea for you. I hope you guys get your tools out and just start making creative little things to make your painting life easier. It'll make your wife really happy too if she's the painter in the family. I know my husband makes me very happy. So anyway, have a great summer,